Hey mega viewers, Scream Street watchers and ghosts who came here just to boo my ideas. Go away ghosts, this isn't for you, we're only in good spirits here. I'm Tiernan and I'm a stand-up comedian with Comedy Club for Kids. And to celebrate the arrival of brand new episodes of Scream Street on CBBC and BBC iPlayer, exciting, we are working with the show and Mega to present this special guide to being funny, doing your own stand-up comedy set and spooking yourself silly. So, welcome to Screaming with Laughter. And obviously, screaming with laughter is a good type of screaming, like screaming with excitement at watching brand new Scream Street episodes, or ice screaming. At Comedy Club for Kids, me and other funny people travel all over the world making kids laugh. That's kids as in children, not kids as in baby goats. If you are a baby goat watching this, please stop eating the furniture. Now, you might be asking, though, what is a stand-up comedian? What is stand-up comedy? And just where are my shoes? Well, let me help you out there. You like laughing, right? Yeah, laughing. Exactly. Well, stand-up comedians tell jokes to audiences to make them laugh. That's what we do. So we tell gags like, if I was doing a show in Scream Street, for example, werewolves aren't scary, they're just wolves that are lost. Ghosts, they're just people who got trapped in their duvet cover, and the bogeyman isn't scary at all because if he came after you, you could just flick him away or catch him in a tissue and put him in the bin.
And the crowd went wild! Roar!
Thank you, thank you. So, what if you'd like to do stand-up comedy? What do you need? Well, you don't need very much.
There are no rules! Actually, there are some rules.
You have to be able to make people laugh. That is pretty important. You have to be able to perform with confidence. If you were in a big theatre or a comedy club, you would need a microphone.
Sorry, bum note.
But you're probably okay without one if you're just shouting jokes at home. You definitely need an audience though, so you might have to persuade your friends and family to be a very good crowd. Funnily enough, you don't actually need to stand up to do stand-up comedy. Some comedians sit down. Oh, but most importantly, what you do need is to have your own jokes that you've written based on things you find funny and that you think other people are going to laugh at. So, no jokes from joke books, no jokes that you've heard from your friends, and no jokes that you've seen on Scream Street, even though they are hilarious.
What did one eye say to the other eye? You've got a nerve. I know, here's one. Why did the chicken cross the road? Because it saw me. I mean, you would, wouldn't you?
Whoa. Stand-up comedians make up their comedy all by themselves. Right, that's it. That's all you need to know. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye! No, I'm sorry. There is actually a little bit more to it than that. But before I give you any tips, maybe just hit the pause button and think about what it is that makes you laugh. Do you have any favourite comedians? Do you have any favourite comedy films or shows that really make you laugh, like Scream Street? Maybe something your brother or sister or friend does sends you into fits of giggles, or maybe it's just a noise, or a word, or a video of an animal doing something silly, or maybe it's... which are always funny. That is a fact. There are so many different types and styles of comedy that it's really good to think about what it is that you like and what you want to perform. Do you think you're the sort of act who likes to talk about silly, imaginative things?
I always floss twice a day.
Maybe you're an observational act who points out the ridiculous in everyday life.
Clouds are made of water, but water is heavy, so how come clouds float?
Do you like quick jokes and wordplay?
Well, this has been a perfect day.
Perfect, more like.
Or maybe physical comedy, where you make the audience laugh by how you move about.
Stop!
Do you want to do topical jokes about things in the news? Or maybe you want to write sketches or make things up on the spot, which we call improvising. Or maybe you want to use fun props to deliver jokes or make comedy songs. You can do absolutely anything you like, as long as, and here is the really, really important bit, it makes you laugh. Okay, let's start with something really simple, right? I want you to stand up and just say hello and what your name is, which hopefully you know.
They call me Laurelly.
There you go, that was easy, wasn't it? Now, do it again, but say hello, say your name again, and now add your age. So, I'll have a go. Hello, my name is Tiernan and I am 8 years old, but this is what happens if you don't eat your vegetables. Okay, great stuff. And now, for the next level of difficulty, say hello, say your name and your age again, but now add one thing that you think you're particularly good at, better than anyone else, and tell us why. It could be absolutely anything from how you play a game, the way you sneeze, the way you sleep upside down, or say the word snorkel. Or if you're Luke Watson, maybe about how you turn into a massive werewolf every time you get angry. Anything at all. I just want to know what it is and why you think you're so good at it. Great, now I'll have a go. Hello, my name is Tiernan, I am years old, and I am really very good at being absolutely rubbish at everything. I'm particularly good at being rubbish at everything because of my special ability to be bad at absolutely everything else. Brilliant. And now, okay, next level, say hello, your name, your age, what you're better at than anyone else and why, and then I would like you to describe exactly how tall you are, but in animals or creatures or whatever you like except actual height. Yes, I know that sounds silly because it is. I am, for example, 6,272 ants tall, or half of Frankenstein's monster, bottom half that is, or 1/8 of a scream worm, that sort of thing. Be as specific as you can be. Don't just say you're as tall as 2 werewolves. Say what type of werewolf it is. Are their ears up or down? Are they on 2 legs or 4? Are they standing on the other werewolf or balancing on its nose? The more detail you can add, the more fun and silly it'll be for the audience. Okay, remember everything? Hello, name, age, what you're brilliant at, and height in animals. Good. Now, go. Excellent work! You deserve a huge round of applause!
More! More! We want more!
And there you go. What you did there was sort of a very, very short comedy set. It had a lot of elements of what you need to do when starting. You introduced yourself and you told us a bit about yourself while being inventive and really silly too. Okay, now let's try and think about writing some proper comedy material. I'd like you to think about something that makes you angry.
Dixon, my nasal hair isn't going to trim itself.
A lot of comedians talk about things that drive them up the wall because they know that other people also get really angry at those things and they'll find it very funny that someone else feels exactly like they do. Or maybe the thing that makes those comedians angry is so weird and so strange that the audience will find it funny that you get so mad about something that really doesn't make very much sense. Think about one thing that makes you really angry, whether it's a phrase that you hear a lot, something someone does, the way something does or doesn't work properly, how something tastes or sounds or looks, or really, it could be anything, right? If it makes you livid, tell us about it. How would you describe that thing to someone that you didn't know? What could you say about it that would help them to understand quite how ridiculous and awful it is? Can you act out how it makes you feel? If it's particularly disgusting, can you show that person how your face goes when you see, hear or smell it?
Ugh, I did it.
How angry does it make you? Can you raise your voice accordingly or grimace thinking about it? Let's try and turn this thing that annoys you into some comedy material. And all you have to do that is ask some questions to yourself about how you feel about this thing that makes you angry. What would you do if this thing happened all of the time or was everywhere? How would you cope if it was only you and the other thing left in the whole wide world and no one else? A very good comedy tip is to take things to the extreme silliest place that they can go. You can always bring things back a little if they go too far, but generally with comedy, exaggerating or showing people the furthest an idea can go might make it really very funny. Let me show you what I mean. You know what I can't stand and I find really, really scary and awful? Tooth fairies. Tooth fairies are terrifying because they collect teeth. How disgusting is that? Teeth! Sure, they might give you some money for your teeth, but they collect your teeth and they don't even care if you've brushed them or if they're covered in that horrible unbrushed tooth goo. What do they do with all those teeth? Whatever you can think of, it is disgusting. Build a castle? What, of teeth? Ugh! That is not right either. Use them for their own teeth? Ugh! Even worse. I'll tell you what they do with those teeth. They grind them down into tiny little bits and they make them into couscous. And that is why no one likes couscous.
Got it.
I do like couscous actually. I mean, it's so good, they named it twice. But for comedy's sake, I took the idea that actually tooth fairies, anyway, that they annoy me and they're disgusting, and then I took it further and further and further until it became silly. Audiences laugh because their idea of the tooth fairy has always been of a sweet little person with wings who puts money under their pillow, so it makes them laugh to imagine characters who could very easily live on Scream Street instead, and they do. So, that's what stand-up comedy is, and a little bit about how to do it. Join me for the next video with loads more tips on how to write your own jokes, and think about how you make the thing that you can't stand funny, and also make it easy to understand for someone that you've never met before sitting in the audience. Think about what to tell them about it, how to take the idea to its furthest point, and also how you might perform your bit about it to really get your point across. How would you stop that thing from ever happening again? What's the most silly way you can think of to stop whatever that thing is? Is there any way you could actually make it fun or okay and then suddenly not mind it anymore? All those sort of questions. Just keep it short and punchy, and the more description, the better. So, let's recap. Tip number 1, work out what makes you laugh and what sort of comedy you like to do. Tip 2, practice introducing yourself and saying something really interesting and funny about you. Tip number 3, start writing material by thinking of things that make you angry, happy, excited, silly, curious, scared or irritated, and why they make you feel that way, and just what might be funny about it. So, there you go. You should find very quickly that you've already got a great few minutes of stand-up comedy material, and you'll have audiences laughing their heads off.
Huh? Whoa!
Yeah, hopefully not like that. Don't forget, brand new Scream Street episodes are now on every week on CBBC, iPlayer, YouTube, and the official Scream Street website too. Mega Magazine is available at all newsagents and good retailers, possibly also some bad retailers and some scary ones in the underworld, but maybe just avoid those ones. And subscribe to Mega Magazine's channel for gaming, interviews, quizzes and shorts. No, not the type you wear. It is much too cold for that at the moment. And check out all of our comedy shows for everyone of all ages, even ancient spirits, at comedyclub4kids.co.uk. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in part 2.